Ja, men det går bra. Kom igjen.
There are ongoing discussions in the world of capital punishment are necessary or not. There are both pros and cons of this. Death penalty is a punishment method which implies that one person is punished as a punishment for the person to have committed one or more crimes. The most common punishment methods are electric shock, a gas chamber, spray gun, hanging, or shooting. The United States is one of the few democratic countries that's still having the death penalty. By 2015, 32 of 50 states of the United States had death penalty. In the United States, 23 people were executed and subsequently found to be innocent. Today we have visits by Kayan and Maiken, who are on each side of this case. Welcome.
Thanks.
Thank you.
You, Maiken, are for,
Yes.
and you, Kayan, are against
Yes.
death penalty.
Mhm.
Kayan, why are you against death penalty?
First of all, I think that in general, giving someone a punishment as a death penalty is not a great solution in any case. It's because that everyone deserves or has the right to live no matter what, and regardless of them being innocent or guilty, they should still have the right to live, and they deserve a second chance even though they commit some or they do something criminal or something wrong. Death penalty is not the answer.
When someone murders another person, they take away their main human right, which is the right to live. So I don't think you can use the argument that the human right says you have the right to live because the murderer took away that from the victim.
I see your point, and yes, it is correct that a person who commits a murder does in fact take their right or the victim's right to live away from them, but that shouldn't give the government or the government a reason to take their right of living away from them, even though they've committed a crime like that.
Yeah, I agree, but are you totally against death penalty?
Well, not totally, because in some cases, it could scare criminals and make them lose the motivation to still commit crimes, but I don't think it's that effective on making criminals think, yeah, well, if I do this, then I'll get murdered, or I'll get the death penalty, so I shouldn't do it. I think they still just commit the crime, and it can kind of also motivate them to commit other crimes, because they're like, well, maybe they think, if I kill one person, I'll get killed, so why not kill a bunch so I get killed, and still fulfill my motive or my wish of killing people. I don't know. And it could be good for criminals or murderers because they get a taste of their own medicine. But I don't think it's still a great solution because dying is such a simple way to get away from something like that. So I still don't think the death penalty is a good solution. So I'm still against it.
I'm not totally for death penalty either, because some countries use it to execute people who don't deserve it. For example, kids or people with mental disorders. But in the United States, I think they have a great solution where if you commit a serious crime, you get executed for it, and I think that's the right way. But in some cases, death penalty is not the right solution.
Yeah, that is true. But I still think that you should consider your thought, because still you kill someone for killing someone, and that doesn't make the case any better. You just kill more people, and I don't think that's morally or ethically right in any way. And and it also leads to even more criminality than intended in the first place, because you just keep killing more people.
But if you think of the family of the victims, maybe they will get closure or at least feel justice if the murderer gets killed and not just their daughter or son.
Well, I guess I see what you're trying to say, but I think it also depends on the intensity of the case or the situation. For example, if it's a situation of rape or murder, yeah, they would maybe get closure or feel justice for their family or the victim in their family. But I still don't think the family of the victim would think, oh yeah, we'll just kill them. That would be um, better for us because I guess if their children got raped or tortured or murdered, they would probably want the same pain and that the criminal goes through the same pain that their victim has gone through, and not just getting killed because that may be very simple compared to maybe getting raped or tortured.
But I think if they commit a serious crime and they're sent to jail for life, it's also a huge expense for the government. And the government use a lot of money for giving them food or just they staying there. So I think it would be better if just they could use this money on, for example, people who needs in the health sector and not just on prisoners.
Well, yeah, but again, the people in prison could also work inside of the prison, which could pay taxes too, because I don't think that just a random person doesn't have any money. So they could use their money to pay taxes to the state or the government, which they could later use to give them food or make, I don't know, make more prisons. And even if they kill them, they would have less money for for making prison cells and giving them food and giving them more opportunities. So yeah, I still don't think that's the solution because it would just lower the population of the country, which would make it even a bigger problem or a bigger consequence for the government.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, it came to me as a surprise that both of you, both, are both for and against this case. But in conclusion, you both had great arguments, and I think we have to take a joint decision of agreeing to disagree.
Yes.
Yep.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Give me 5.